A very good afternoon to all of you from Faculty of Management Studies, MRIIRS. We'll be just starting the sessions shortly in next 5 minutes.
Unmuted.
Yes, sir.
Stuti, how are
Good
you?
afternoon, sir.
Yeah,
All
so
good,
everything
sir.
is in line.
Yes,
Everything
sir.
is
We
in
are
line.
just, yes, Priyanka. Yes, Priyanka ma'am has joined in, and we have already got 14 participants. So we'll just wait for another couple of minutes and then we'll set the
Okay.
ball rolling for the day.
Right. Hi,
Priyanka ma'am has
Priyanka.
also joined in.
Good afternoon, Priyanka.
Just 1 second. Priyanka ma'am, is the voice audible to you? I think there's some problem with the
Yeah,
mic.
yeah, exactly.
Priyanka ma'am, can you listen to us?
Hi, Priyanka.
No, I think there's some
Yeah,
problem.
something. Yeah.
I think so. Her screen is paused. Just couple of minutes more and then we shall begin.
Okay.
Thank you all of you for joining in for this session. In the times of like these, we have been all here
Yeah.
because of technology that we can get connected. So just couple of more
That's
minutes and then we'll start the session. Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Right. Good afternoon, Priyanka ma'am. Is the voice audible now? Yeah. She is putting in the
Yeah.
earphones.
Yeah, exactly. Video is okay, but I think audio issues there.
Ji. Priyanka ma'am, is the voice audible to you?
Hello, Priyanka ma'am. Hello.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
af-
Good afternoon. Hello,
Yes,
how are you?
yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I am very fine. How are you?
All
You are
good.
audible now. Otherwise, we can see your movements, but audio was not there.
Audio was mute from my side, I think.
Yes.
But now it is audible.
Yeah, now it is
Got it.
okay.
Great.
You are welcome to the session, Madam Priyanka.
Welcome to you as well, sir. Thank you so much.
And thanks to Dr. Stuti for making all that initiative and making wonderful arrangements and whatever you did in the last few days behind the curtain. Yes, your efforts.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Just couple of minutes more and we shall start.
No problem.
Gina. So we shall start. A very good afternoon to all of you. Today we are here to have a session with all of you on essential skills for successful marketing career in the changing times. And the panelists for the day we have first with us is Dr. Professor Anil Sarin, who has a very extensive experience of more than 27 years and is a very renowned professor globally. We also have with us Dr. Priyanka Singh, who's Associate Professor with Faculty of Management Studies, Manav Rachna, and has a very huge, tremendous large amount of experience in marketing and has an experience of more than 16 years in the same. Both of them have a huge amount of publications and research work all across the globe. I hand over the platform to both of you. Thank you very much. And also, I would like to welcome all our attendees for the day. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Over
much.
to you, Sarin ma'am.
Thank you
thanks,
so much.
Dr. Stuti. Uh, I'm Professor Anil Singh, going to initiate this talk along with my colleague, Professor Priyanka Singh from Manav Rachna International Institute Research and Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, before further moving the talk, I would like to put on record that as per the direction of our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, we are conducting this thing from our houses, fully respecting the social distancing. I hope you are doing the same thing. Wish you very good health and luck. God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, this webinar today, which we have just started, is divided in three parts. Number one, I will say a few things about marketing and other areas. Apart from that, after that, I will hand over the things to Dr. Priyanka Singh, and she will discuss the things along with, she has a few slides also to share with you. After that, they and you want to add something from your side also, these are liberal discussions and you are also welcome to join us. You are most welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, as far as this program is concerned, definitely I would like to share with you a few of the things related to marketing first. And once we are able to understand to some extent the concept of marketing, it would be very easy for us to go ahead in this discussion. That's very interesting. As far as once we are talking about marketing, I feel all of us are doing marketing in this world. Peter Drucker used to say, business is marketing. Reason, there is a very strong reason for this. You will find in any organization, whenever we start business, we talk about revenue, we talk about profits, and revenue, profits, they all come from, and most in every company, I must say, through the marketing department. First of all, let me clarify, all the departments are very important to the business. And as far as revenue is concerned, it's a marketing department which brings to the organization why we should remain here. Definitely, we should go further also. Not only that it is important for bringing revenue, but at the same time, it's very important for us to understand if it brings revenue to my organization, for which my organization has been established, who gives revenue to marketing department. Ladies and gentlemen, marketing department gets revenue only from one source, and that source is customer. It's the customer who gives revenue to every organization on this earth. And apart from that, why we should stop here? Who is customer? It's very important. The person who is giving us revenue, who is giving revenue to all the organizations on this earth. Why we should not understand who is customer? Customer is an integral. Customer is human being, and being a human being, he's an integral part of society. Ultimately, we can see revenue comes from society. And once the revenue comes from society, it is very important for the marketers to get associated with society. And at the same time, all the kind of things, whatever we are doing, should be customer oriented, as revenue comes from customer. Now, coming to the point, I will like to share one statement of marketing with you, and that will clarify further discussions where we can go ahead also in this direction. And that is, marketing is to satisfy needs, demands, hopes of people. Number one. So once I'm talking about marketing is to satisfy needs and demands and hopes of the people, question comes immediately: how? By offering them goods or services. So to satisfy their needs and demands, we are offering them goods and services through exchange function. Exchange function should take place. Barter system was there many years back, and now we are talking about currency. So that exchange function is there, right? So satisfy needs, demands, hopes of the people by offering them goods and services through exchange function, and satisfy the predetermined goals of our and achieve the predetermined goals of our organization. So on the basis of this statement, I would like to suggest, first of all, let us try to analyze to satisfy needs, demands, and hopes of the people. The moment we are in a business of satisfying needs, demands, and hopes of all the companies are supposed to do like this for earning revenue. And for that, we have to offer goods or services which should satisfy their needs effectively. Now, at this particular stage, once we are talking about how to satisfy their needs and demands, it's very important for us. And all these things, once I'm talking about needs of people, demands of people, hopes of people, I am talking about the minds of people. Easily. These things are in the minds of the people. Marketer has to reach to the mind of the person. What exactly he's thinking about? What are his issues? What are his problems? If he's using particular product, whether he's satisfied or not. So he has to reach here. So this is all, I must say, game of minds. And I tell you, if most of the times people used to ask me, sir, do you think marketing is easy? And nothing is easy or difficult in the world, first of all. But wherever we used to do excel, that is the best area for us and where we could perform. But at the same time, definitely I will like to bring to your notice on this occasion, it is very challenging area, and there is a strong reason for this. Once I have told you, it is dealing with demands, hopes, and needs of the people, and those are all related to the minds of the people. Reading minds of the people is the most challenging job in this world, and I claim it is more complex than rocket technology. As far as record technology is concerned, we can afford to develop those kind of infrastructure and environment in the lab. We can control gravitational force also and see the response of all those things. But as far as marketing is concerned, we cannot control the things in any particular lab and where we can do experiments and we are sure that it will be success. Ladies and gentlemen, at this particular, okay, I will like to share with you, as far as professor of Harvard University, Harvard Business School is concerned, Professor Clayton, he got mentioned every year there is a failure of 30,000 products in the world. 30,000 products. And as per the Nielsen stats, it says 85% failure rate is there. That reason is very strong. It's a matter of minds, very difficult to understand people. And Einstein used to say two things. I am not able to understand it in this world, human mind and income tax calculations. So you can imagine this is the challenge as far as marketing is concerned. And apart from that, it is a very interesting area. And I tell you, wonderful career is there, and definitely challenges are more, salaries are more, and inputs are more, growth is there, and more availability, and you can move bit faster in this career growth in this particular area. So with this all background, since it is all that complex, and to understand all those things, I will like to now come to the point as far as we are looking for a few things, what kind of the skills a person should acquire to be successful in this career, and that too in this changing environment. And definitely, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, once we are sitting here tomorrow after this coronavirus, and literally we pray to God that things should over as early as possible without making much loss to the world. Whole world and marketing concepts will change, and different type of products will be in demand, different kinds of needs will be there. There is all possibility we may not carry on with the same kind of needs also, and I'm sure for that we need to go for marketing research also, and which would be covered by my colleague Dr. Priyanka also. And apart from that, quickly I will like to share 10 points with you, and I must say not only 10 points, 10 plus 1. And one is very important also, which I will share after explaining 10 points. First of all, as far as marketers are looking for, definitely we should carry some sort of vision. That is very important as far as marketing is concerned. And here I will like to share with you, in most of the cases, I have seen people used to get confused between marketing and selling also. Selling, yes, one of the functions of marketing, you can say. But as far as marketing is concerned, it's a very big area, and selling is one of the parts of marketing. I would one example has come to my mind right now. I still remember, all of you are familiar with J.R.D. Tata. Once he was invited in one of the business schools for delivering lecture. I still remember one of the students. He asked him, "Sir, you are in a business of manufacturing heavy duty machines, Tata trucks are available. Volta's air conditioning plants in big 5-star hotels are available. Sir, you are in a business of manufacturing such a big machines, respectful technology, and all kind of things you are doing. Sir, why you have started selling lipsticks?" That was really interesting question, and I'm talking about lipstick. They got started the company. All of you are familiar with Lakme company. So he was talking about that organization. And JRD, see, I'm just sharing vision with you. The reply of JDR Tata, "Gentleman who says I'm selling lipsticks. Sorry, I'm not selling. I'm not in business of selling lipsticks. I am trying to satisfy the hopes of people looking beautiful." It is marketing. Selling is equally respectful area. One of the functions, we are selling lipsticks. These are the colors, these are the discounts and prices and choices and whatever it may be. It is all selling I'm talking about. But marketer will say, "No, I am not in a business. Who is manufacturing? Who is? No, not at all. I am not in a business of selling lipsticks. I'm trying to satisfy the hopes of people looking beautiful." And what is the conclusion of this discussion? I tell you, this is the vision, and this vision directs us that marketer is not thinking about lipstick. There is all possibility tomorrow marketer may feel Nowhere I'm in the business of selling lipstick, and tomorrow if I find some sort of powder which may be much better, or quality wise it is more usable, and tomorrow some rays are there by putting them on the lips, he will go ahead in that direction. But in the sales, we're selling lipsticks. And one more example has come to my also. A few months back, I was in one of the areas of Noida where construction of a very huge building was going on. And I was told it is going to be around 60-story building. And yes, one of the largest or second largest tower in this area. I remember I asked the person who was selling the space in that area, what exactly you are doing? He told me, sir, I am selling the space, I am selling the rooms, I am selling office accommodation in this building. And there was another vice president of that company. He was vice president marketing. When I approached him, he told me, I asked him, what exactly you are doing here? He told me, sir, I am trying to give the better environment to the people who are looking for office accommodation. It is marketing. So with this kind of vision, just few examples I have shared with you, and anybody who is interested to be in this area, that is very important. That kind of vision should be there. Apart from that, then next is innovatory attitude. All the time, to remain competitive in this area, you have to be innovatory. That innovatory attitude is very important. Keep on making experiments, keep on changing. And most of the time I have heard many corporate players, they used to tell me, sir, we have added now more features in our product, and product is not in demand. It is not always to add something to the product. There is all possibility. Even if you subtract few features from the product may be in great demand also. It depends. All the time you have to think over. I will like to share with you example of calculator also, as far as scientific calculators are concerned. Remember 10 years back or 15 years back, they were very costly, and for just calculating 2 plus 2, you need to purchase that costly calculator. But at the same time, somebody realized, some marketer realized that why I should not subtract few features which are not required to 90% of the population, 90% of the target market, and unnecessarily I'm selling them at a very high price, and by reducing them, price will come down, and at the same time it will be in great demand. And simple calculators now, common calculators are in a great demand also. So it does not mean that all the time we should add something or add some new features. There is all possibility by subtracting few features also, you can make your product in a great demand, and you are able to reduce its price also, and your product becomes highly competitive also. Third thing I will like to share with you quickly, knowledge of marketing. Definitely other participants who are sitting there, I would like to suggest, as far as marketing programs are concerned, and MBA is a particular program in this area. If person is going for MBA program, whatever we used to teach in these programs, those things are very important. Starts from the basic, then we talk about various kind of concepts. Apart from that, then we used to talk about strategies also, implementation also. So that kind of knowledge is also very important once we involve in this particular career. And I must say, in this area, most of the time, once such kind of programs are going, people are not very sure about what exactly is required, which has been taught to them, and what exactly would not be applied. I will like to tell you very frankly, whatever we are delivering through these webinars, we are delivering through MBA program, this is the concepts we are giving to you. How to use, where to use, when to use, with which magnitude to use. It is your choice. Nobody right from the beginning sitting in the webinar, I can afford to tell you that you do this thing in your company and definitely it will be great success. So many factors are involved. And for that reason, now I will like to shift to another point. It is decision making. And ultimately, you are joining this webinar, if you are joining any management program or marketing program or MBA program, it is to sharpening your skills in decision making.
Praveen sir,
So, yeah.
we have a question. We have a
Yeah, I'm
question.
exactly okay. Okay.
So the question is from Ms. Chakraborty, and she's asking that are there any essential roles of a psychologist in marketing?
Of
If
course,
yes, then how do they work in marketing?
As I told you right from the beginning, I started with this discussion. In fact, it's a compliment for to this area also. I talked about one cities, and that's why we are having full-fledged subjects for this purpose, and we are teaching consumer behavior also for that purpose. And they play a very important role. And the moment more and more marketers are able to understand this area, they are more effective. And I started my discussions from the fact that it is related to minds and needs and hopes all are here. And after during the time of coronavirus, our needs, hopes are different, and after that they will be different. And yes, they are going to play a very important role. And to some extent we include their specialization also, and we try to include it through consumer behavior full-fledged subject which we are teaching to the students. I hope I am able to add to this question. And quickly,
Priyanka
now
ma'am,
I'm
would you like to add something to it?
Yes, I would also like to add something to this question that yes, definitely marketing as a business function, as an area, it draws knowledge from the field of psychology. So definitely psychology has a role to play, an important role to play in marketing. But if you want to choose marketing as a career, so it is not a requirement that you should have a psychology as background, right? So it is basically about understanding of people, understanding of your own self, and understanding of people, which is required to succeed in marketing. Not exactly the background in psychology which is required.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Priyanka, madam. And now I am shifting to this as far as decision making is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come when we are talking about taking decision. It is not a time to take decision. It's not a time to take quality decision in the market. It's not a time to take quick, but the concept is QQD. The time has come to take quick quality decision making. Only then you can able to be competitive in your particular area or whatever products you are doing in the market. That's very important. And quick quality decision making. And if you are in a business of taking only decisions, there is all possibility. I have seen a lot of examples where marketers took decisions, they were not quality decisions. And just quickly, I will like to add, as far as nanocar is there, nobody knows. Ultimately, it was just great publicity before its introduction that it is going to achieve at least 60% of the market overnight. And ultimately, what happened to this car, everybody knows it very well. So that's why it's not important just to manufacture products and take decisions. It's equally important to take quality decision. It is more important to take quick quality decision. And now quickly I will jump to a few points so that Dr. Priyanka could also put up his views as well as his presentation. Her presentation is also ready. And ultimately then the other things which I would like to touch quickly, that is a teamwork. Another area is the communication. Then other area is of leadership, coordination, and the last area which I would like to touch and spend some time, hardly to 1-2 minutes only on this, ethical marketing. That's the major reason of failure of many of the products. And people and many good marketers feel that smartness in marketing is enough. I have literally, I used to get very upset once some senior people used to tell me, sir, marketing बेवकूफ बना दो और पैसा. I'm sorry to say, it is not marketing. American Marketing Association has put code of conduct, ethical code of conduct for marketers. It must be followed, ladies and gentlemen. Now it is not a time available with me to tell you about so many companies, but quickly I will like to tell you so many companies got closed due to the reasons as they were not able to go for ethical marketing. and a few of the areas. Very latest, I will like to share with you. It has come to my mind, and also Boeing company, one of the largest companies, airplane manufacturing company, American companies. Today, it has not been closed, but at the same time, it is not allowed to work as investigation is going on in America about this company. Their two airplanes got crashed due to certain practices which they did not reveal to the people and to the pilots as well as to the airlines. And two new planes, Max 737, after webnight you can check also, 737 got crashed, killing 346 people on the earth. And for the last 18 months, this company has been closed. One of the largest organizations in airplane this area, or you can say a particular segment. Now it is not working, and I do not know when it would be allowed to work due to unethical practices. Then other one last company which comes to my mind is Takata airbag company, Japan company. It was in a business of manufacturing airbags, and 70% of it dominated the market in these bags, airbags for the cars. And there was some issues, ethical issues, and today it has now filed for bankruptcy. And these are the latest examples which have come to my mind right now. So that's very important. I would like to make it an appeal to all of you, all the participants who are sitting in this. Ethics play a very important role as far as marketing is concerned. Gone are the days when we used to say, logo ko bevkoof bana do. No, not at all. And as far as your branding is there, your credibility is there, your this corporate image is concerned, all depends on the way how ethical marketing we are conducting. Thanks for your cooperation. Now I am handing over this session to Dr. Priyanka Singh, my colleague. Yes, Dr. Priyanka Singh,
Thank
you
you,
are welcome.
Anil sir, for such a valuable insight. Thank you so much, sir. Priyanka, ma'am, over
Thanks.
to you.
Thank
Let me
you.
know when the slide has to be seen.
Sure. Thank you, Professor Sarin, for setting the stage for further discussion. And Professor Sarin has already apprised you about the marketing as a function, and he has given some really good example to make you understand about marketing and as a business function, and what are the practices in marketing that should be taken care of. So those things have been apprised to you. You have been apprised with these things. Now, carrying on the discussion further, I would be talking about the change, right? So, as the topic of this webinar is essential skill for successful marketing career in changing times. So that means what we are talking about here is the change that is happening, and how to master that change and how to cope up with that change. So we come up as a winner. So marketing, we have already understood, and like you people are here on this platform, that shows that you are already interested in marketing, making career in marketing, or someday you are interested in this area. So that already shows it. Talking about the change, so change is the dominant factor of every business today. So change is something which is constant. You cannot avoid it. And if you have ability to master and exploit change, so that is one skill which is the most sought after skill, managerial skill. And more so in case of marketing, because marketing is one area which is changing at a quickening speed. So the pace of change in marketing is more is faster as compared to the other areas, right? We should be aware what changes are happening, and how things are moving with those changes. So some people may argue that the change is happening. So if we do not have resources, so how should we cope up? How should we adapt those changes? Because adaptation of the changes, it needs resources. It is costly, and it requires your resources to accommodate that change which is happening. Now, if you think so that the changing with change is costly, then you should understand that if you do not change, that is even much costlier. So there is no option but to change with change. So there is no option, and you have to understand that changing with change is important. But when we talk about change, so all kind of changes are not significant. There are a lot of changes which are happening in the environment, but all the changes are not significant. You need not to move with all the changes, right? Some changes are there which are industry specific. There are other changes which are for a shorter period of time. So the time period is very short. So you need not to waste your resources on such kind of changes. When I say that all the changes are not significant, so in that case it becomes important for a marketer or for a professional uh, in this area, that they should identify those significant change, and they utilize their resources in accommodating and mastering those changes. So that is the need of the hour. So, you people are here and you want to understand what career options are available to you in this changing time, and what changes are happening in the marketing area, in the marketing as a business function, and marketing as a philosophy. What changes are happening? So, you people are interested in knowing. So, like I said, that all the changes are not significant. So here, we are going to talk about those changes which are significant. So I would be discussing about those changes which are significant and how they lead to the takeaways. We share some takeaways of this webinar with you. So that you must be looking forward to. So I would be discussing the significant changes and one by one, and how they lead to change in marketing as a function, as a business function, and how they lead to the newer career options which are available in this area. So to go for these changes, the first dominant change which is happening in the marketing space is the dominance of the customer. That means the customer is dominant. So every business which exists, it exists for the customers, and customer is changing nowadays. This is a very good example. Like, we people are sitting here and delivering and attending this webinar. This is an example of a new kind of a product which is arising because of this thing, the change which is happening. Because need of the customers, it is changing. So when the other side is changing, so when you're sitting on this side of the business and the customer is on the other side, and you exist because the customer exists. So you have to adapt the changes which are happening on the other side. That means on the customer's side part. Nowadays, it is very expensive to ignore the customer's choice, the change which is happening at the customer's side. So you can't ignore those changes. Next is the spread of marketing research. This is again a very significant and significant change which is happening in the area of marketing, because now research has come to each decision. I mean, research is the base of every decision which we take in the marketing area or any business area. So it is based on research. It's not that you're sitting tomorrow if you join as a marketing professional in some capacity, if you join, and you have to take a lot of decision in the managerial capacity. So if you think that I'll sit in my office and then you can base some decision on your intuition, so then you are wrong. So intuition, the time is gone where intuition-based decision, or some the information which has collected through few sources. If you base your decision on those things, now the times are gone. You cannot anymore take decision in such a way, right? So research has become a very important part of the marketing philosophy. And the career which comes out from this change is that you can opt to become a marketing research analyst. So that is one area. So I would like to, yes, career options. Please, yes, this slide, career options. So you can opt to become a marketing research analyst in this field if you are interested in research and if you have analytical skills. And with this career option, I would also tell you that what skills specifically required if you make career in this particular field. So, if you want to make career, then you need a good analytical skill to complement this area. If you have good analytical skills, so chances are high that you make a good professional in case in the area of marketing research. So I would request you to master your analytical skill if you are really interested in this area. Now the next change, the significant change that I'll be discussing is the rise of computer and internet. So that is something which has changed everything. Again, I'll give you the example of the the webinar which we are attending, which we are taking and delivering. So this is again the outcome of the rise of computer and internet. Now you will see that the excess of a mobile phone and internet is with every person. You know, every strata, even the lower strata of the society, they have the access of mobile phone and internet, so they are available. So everybody is using internet, and they are on social media. They are generating their own content, right? So rise of the computer and internet, that is a big force in case of marketing. The change which is happening. And related to this, you will find a lot of new careers which are coming out because of this change. Digital marketing is one area which is developing, which is coming up because of this change in rise in computer and internet. So, and related with digital marketing, you can become a social media manager or a social media marketer. That these are the career options which are available to you because of this change. So social media you never thought of. If we talk about 10 or 15 years back, so you would have never thought about such kind of career may exist. But nowadays it is an option with you if you are really interested, if you are really good in connecting with people, if you understand the pulse of market, then these are the career options which are available to you. And if you go for these options, like digital marketing manager is there, social media manager is there. So if you go for such kind of option, then in that case, you should have a very, very good communication skills, oral and written both. So that is one skill which you should develop if you want to make career in these options. So when I say communication skills, so I'm not talking about only the speaking skills. I'm also talking about the listening skills. So when it comes to digital or social, so listening is one skill which becomes very important, and that comes takes the topmost slot of the skills which are required to make a successful career, right? So listening skills is very important. Listening skills plus the data skills. So data skill is also one thing which is expected of the marketing managers today. So in 20th century, last 1990s, it was not a skill which was required, which was expected from a marketing manager. But now what happens that everything is database. So your decision to come up with a new product, your decision to change the price, so your decision to add a customer, so your decision to promote something or to come up with a scheme. So whatever decision you are taking related to marketing, that is based on data. So you should be a master of data if you want to make career in marketing. Marketing otherwise it was thought to be as a soft skill, and there was no requirement for IT or computer or data kind of a thing was not required. But nowadays it is not the case. You should be able to, you should have the calculator capability, you should be able to handle the data, and you should have some basic knowledge about IT. I'm not saying that you should be a programmer, you should know coding, but the basic IT skills is something which I would say that you should acquire require if you want to make a successful career in this field. Next change which I'll be talking about, the fourth change I'll be talking about, it is the expanded use of test marketing. So nowadays, the companies, the businesses, the marketing managers, they are using extensively. They are using test marketing. Test marketing is basically something that you do before you fully commercialize a product. So if you come up with an innovation and you want to commercialize that product, so before you actually fully commercialize it, what do? That you test market it. Why this has become important in today's time? Because choices with the customers, they are very high. People have a lot of choices available with them. So it is very expensive for a marketer. It can prove to be an expensive mistake for a marketer if before test marketing they go for fully commercialization. So test marketing is a must nowadays. And the last significant change that I'm going to talk about is global marketing planning. So global marketing, so every business, whatever scale you are at, and irrespective of the nature of the business, every business is thinking and planning globally. So global mindset is something which is a prerequisite if you want to make a career in this field. So you should be able to think globally and act locally. We say so. This is something true for this area also. But you should be able to have. I mean, you should have an understanding of different culture. You should be able to handle or manage different kind of people. So a broader understanding at a global level is the requirement, has become the requirement of the day. So, you can see on the screen, you can see the changing parameters of marketing. So, the biggest challenge of marketing in 1990s or in the 20th century, it was that you were not able to calculate ROI on marketing activities. You were spending money on different marketing activities, but you were not able to exactly calculate what returns those activities or those investments were giving to us. So you were not able to find out that. But nowadays you have the parameters and you can calculate the return on investment, every investment that you are making in the marketing activity. So you can see on your screen.
Priyanka ma'am,
Yes, yes, ma'am. Please.
Pooja Gupta has a question for you that if you could suggest some important tools that can be learned for digital marketing, as she's looking forward for it as a career she wants to pursue it as a career in future.
Okay, yes, Pooja, it seems that you have made a want to make career in digital marketing. Digital is the so field. I think there are some good courses which you can pursue in this field, and different areas in digital marketing. For example, search engine optimization is one, search engine marketing is one, social media marketing is one. So what you can do, you can become a journalist in digital marketing, or you can go for some specialized course in digital marketing, like I just named. So SEO manager as companies are seeking SEO manager as one position, social media marketing as a position. So these are the different areas which are available to you within digital marketing. So you can pursue a good course in digital marketing if you want to make a career in this. I'm looking forward to your questions.
Take it forward. Okay, ma'am, we have, sir and ma'am, we have one more question from Shubham. Shubham is saying that he belongs from a pharmacy background. Which skills should he opt out for but better career in marketing? Thank you for the question, Shubham. Over to you both.
Shubham, like you said that you have a background in healthcare, so that itself is suggestive that it gives you a good combination if it's a good option if you opt for a combination of healthcare as an industry, as a sector, and plus marketing as a function. So it is going to itself if you specialize in healthcare marketing. So that is maybe a good option for you.
I will like to add, as far as you are with this pharmaceutical background, it is another particular industry which needs marketers. And presently, we need marketers with a different kind of approach also, as far as government rules and regulations are concerned with this industry. You must have heard about for the last 2 3 years, whether it is America or it is India, the kind of approach which marketers were adopting. Not all the companies I'm talking about, a few companies which were adopting, and in some of the cases, very traditional approach: go to doctors and pay them something and try to this. Honorable doctors are now not accepting those kind of gifts and other. With that traditional approach, I don't think is going to work. As far as Dr. Priyanka, she talked about changes which are taking place in this area. I must tell you, as far as pharmaceutical marketing is concerned, it is going to take a big change, and more ethics are going to be involved. And as far as rules and regulations of the government are concerned, whether it is America, developed country, or it's India, now things are totally different, and you need a more professional approach for marketing your products instead of depending on just which most of the companies were doing, promotion only by giving some sort of gifts and all those things. So it is no more going to be applied, and for that reason, I must tell you, learning latest marketing techniques and strategies would be a great help to your career as well as to the pharmaceutical industry also. And as far as Indian Medical Association is concerned, they have also come up with a very long list of these protocols for marketing pharmaceutical products, which are directly, indirectly related to, as Dr. Priyanka also told, for the healthcare sector also. It's a very sensitive area, so that's why all eyes are on that. But it was doing in a very traditional manner, but now things are changing very fast, and I would suggest you definitely, if you go for such kind of programs and courses, it will be great help, not to you only, but to the industry in particular also. So go ahead, it's very important. Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. We have one more question.
Okay.
Will there be any major change in healthcare sector after this COVID-19? Again, the question is from Shubham.
Yeah, in fact, Shubham, I don't expect in health sector only, but as I started my discussion, I shared with you, I don't expect only in health sector. Otherwise, also I tell you, it is going to have a lot of effects. The thinking will be changed, and people's requirement would be different. And now they more think about particular products instead of other products. All that changes would be visible in next 3 4 months, which we have to identify immediately as far as marketers are concerned. Now, as far as I'm coming to your question, you are talking about this health sector. Yeah, definitely. Somewhere world was going few years back, 10 years back, that as far as now health sector is concerned, it is more with lifestyle and maintaining yourself. It is enough, and investing more on infrastructure and others may not work a lot. We should talk about the companies which could produce more wealth for the nation and give more revenue and all those things. But now this COVID-19, it got realized everybody that base will remain base, and base is your health sector, health industry. Make it strong, make it stronger for your existence on this earth. I don't think there is any product or other industry on this earth which is going to threaten our existence if cars will stop manufacturing for some time, or some trucks or something, some aeroplanes. And so many airplanes have been grounded throughout the world. We are existing. But overnight we are trying to convert even stadiums into those hospitals, and you will be surprised, even five-star hotels are being converted into hospitals. People never thought about this. This is the value of, I tell you, value of this health area, health industry will increase, medical industry will increase many folds, and for at least another 20-30 years people are going to have more focus on these products, and more respect for these services. They will be in great demand. And as far as COVID-19 is concerned, yeah,
So,
yes, Dr. Priyanka.
sorry to interrupt. Sir, we have two more questions with us and we are
Yes,
running on the
sure,
time. So I'll just
sure, sure,
quickly
sure, sure,
let you
sure.
know the questions. The first question is from Chavi Malik, and she's asking the question that is it a good time to go for an MBA this year, considering the pandemic and imminent global recession? Chavi, it is a
Could you just
very well put question, and also you very rightly said. But let me tell you that if we talk about the global scenario, we are still far better in terms of the economy in India. So yes, if you are not planning to go abroad for work, it is not a bad idea to join MBA right now, but I'll hand over the question to the experts right now.
yes, Dr.
See,
Priyanka?
Chavi, yes, see, Chavi, like the question that you've asked, see, nothing is going to die out. As far as I know about the things, nothing is going to die out. It is only the disruption which is going to happen. So you should be ready with the innovative things. So that is why this title of the webinar is being selected. That what should we do in changing times? So how should we cope up with the changing times? The seminar is because of that only. So nothing is going away. It's just the disruption is happening. It's just the innovation is happening, and it depends on you that how much you are able to adapt these changes and innovate, and you can upscale and reskill yourself. So upskilling and reskilling is the solution to cope up with change. So I don't think so MBA anyways is going to lose its charm.
Great, thank you, ma'am. We have another question from Pooja, and she's asking that after this COVID-19, which companies would require marketing candidates more? I think every company, Pooja,
Yeah, yeah,
they all want to come
already,
back to the
yeah,
business.
Dr. Stuti, you have right. Seen the words were in my mind also, and more marketing is required. Every field, every area, I think more marketers are required. That is very important, and
Ah,
of course.
right, sir.
Mhm.
So marketing is
So we
marketing.
have one. Sorry, ma'am, please continue because we had one more question about COVID-19 only, so I thought I'll add it to that. The
Yeah.
question is that in COVID-19 scenario, what is the impact of the social networking sites on the marketing of products?
social net, social networking sites. Definitely social. One thing is that all the questions, majority of questions are related to COVID-19, because it's everywhere in everybody's mind. So all the questions are also related with this. So definitely
Ji.
it is social platforms, they are going to gain popularity, and yes, the dominance even in the marketing space, the dominance will remain with social platforms.
In fact, before this COVID-19 also, social platforms were peaking moderately. But now after this, definitely, and the way we are conducting this webinar and all those things, same thing, definitely marketers are also going to adopt, and they are going to be in big demand. But I say always some sort of optimum mix will be there. That is the approach. and few merits, demerits of this platform and other platforms. And if we look at, I think optimum mix will make the marketing more effective. So that will be the scenario, but definitely there will be increase in its role now in future, in coming future.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And thank you very much, ma'am. If you could just sum up our session and we can thank, then I'll follow it with a small vote of thanks. So quickly,
Uh,
some last few words of wisdom from both of you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as far as marketing is concerned, we talked about and we literally started with a discussion that it starts by identification of the needs and demands of the people and then offering them products. Products, what we are talking about, it includes both goods and services. And at the same time, whosoever is able to give them in a better way, more effective products, and he will survive. And third thing, which I would like to add, that which is going to be very important, and just I have heard on this, you must have seen some of the channels as far as Chinese kits which were supplied to the other parts of the world, they were highly defective. What kind of image of the Chinese products will go to the world? So that's again a question mark, and that's why I am suggesting that as far as ethics are concerned in the marketing long run, without ethics, things are not going to work. There is all possibility once you may be able to sell your products to some extent, but at the same time, in future, it would be great difficult for you to be in the market, and you may not exist, and your corporate image will also be in a big trouble, and very difficult to attain that image again and come up with your brand names, which is very difficult to maintain in this competitive world. So I would suggest, and I would sum up with this way, that all those things are very important. At the same time, people are more going to be having faith and belief in the companies and the products which are being sold with all kind of values along with the ethical approach. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Over to you, Priyanka, ma'am.
Yes. So at the end of the webinar, one concluding remark which I would like to make for the attendees of the seminar is that please be aware of the change which are happening in your surroundings, and just try to adjust and innovate as per the change which are happening and the requirement of the time. We may be the facilitator, people like us may be the facilitator of, creating awareness about that change, but you are the one who can make the difference. So please understand what change is happening and what kind of, how can you accommodate that change and upgrade your skills and acquire new skills. So that is from my side.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Uh, I'm very thankful to all of you for attending this session. Also, I would like to thank Dean Faculty of Management Studies and Director Faculty of Management Studies, Manav Rachna, for their constant support and motivation for this webinar. And let me tell you that we want you absolutely safe and secured, and we do not want that your knowledge should anyways be, cause any problem for you to gain some knowledge. So we'll be coming with the second round of this webinar on 20th of April, which would be more related to the field of human resource management. So I thank all of you for your participation and valuable time. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks everybody.
And you
Thanks,
all,
Dr. Priyanka. Thanks, Dr.
and
Stuti.
you can right, sir. We'll be soon shortly sharing with you the details of the next webinar and the link for the webinar, and we look forward for having you there. Thank you very much for all attending it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy.
Yeah, this is the message.
Right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you have any more doubts or queries, you can also reach out to us on the email ID and the number which has been shared with you. Thank you.